become that star again. We saw in Utah when, remember in the bubble, he averaged 36 points a game, had a prolific first-round matchup. But this is now his time to start drawing attention and making people recognize how great he is and how great that Cavs team is.
He's a great player. They'll play Indiana next round. Hey, Jay, Will, back to you. If I said Giannis should absolutely want out of Milwaukee, is that fact or fiction?
I think that's going to be fact. I think it may be fact. I think loyalty has an expiration date. He's gotten them a world championship. It was literally improbable the way he was able to do that. And I think you may see him look at different options to see what can help him continue to propel the next stage of his career.
I got to tell you, I wish everyone had the opportunity to sit in a morning production meeting with Brian Windhorst and listen to him just talk about all the different permutations of this. Wendy, I'm just going to sit back and let you go through all of the Giannis of it all as you did in our meeting this morning.
Yeah, so I think the word want is loaded here because I don't think Giannis wants to leave Milwaukee, but he might have to because of the Dame Lillard injury, the fact that the Bucks have a whole bunch of free agents in their 30s, are in the repeater tax, are drowning in red ink, have traded away control of their next 6 first-round picks. It's a very difficult situation. Maybe there's some sort of way that this team can restock around him at age 30. I don't happen to see it. So I want to draw your attention to 1 week from Monday. That is the NBA Draft Lottery, the Cooper Flag Lottery. We're going to be talking a lot about it leading up to that. Whether it's Cooper Flag himself or the teams that could get some of these guys high in this draft, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe, I want to point 2 teams out to you, the San Antonio Spurs and the Houston Rockets. Both of them are in the lottery. San Antonio, I know Houston's still playing. They might win tonight. They're in the lottery. They have Phoenix's pick, which is a whole nother problem. They have a whole bunch of pieces on their roster. What if they hop up into that top 4? Look out there. The other one is the San Antonio Spurs. They have 2 picks in this lottery. Now, combined, they're only a 30% chance of getting to the top 4. What if one of them does? What if both of them do? All of a sudden, you've got San Antonio with Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, and potentially a game-changing draft pick with the Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle, sitting there as well. So first, we're going to watch the lottery. And so is Giannis. After that, we're going to reevaluate. But we're going to see a lot of things present themselves for the Bucks and Giannis over this next month.
Everybody, just do it with me. Come on. I mean, that is just so, when the Windman gets going, it is so endlessly interesting. So if I'm hearing him correctly, he's saying there's a world, depending on what happens next Tuesday night, in which we could have a team in the NBA next year that has Wembanyama, Giannis, and De'Aaron Fox on it.
God help everybody in the Western Conference if that happens, because that would be an insane front line, let's put it that way. But I think this whole conversation doesn't start until Giannis tells you what he wants.
Right.
He does have 2 years left on his deal, but there is some control there about whoever is going to acquire him. Where does he want to go? And it's obviously a team that can win a championship. Let's be honest. He wants to go to a ready-made situation, which somebody at his level should want that. Anywhere he goes, you become a championship contender. But I think it does start where? Is it a market? Is it a specific team? Is there a coach? Is there a teammate? That's where this whole conversation begins. I'm not sure it's about the lottery. I think it's still about what he wants.
I think the day and age of talking about market size is long since behind us.
Yes.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a global superstar who has played his entire career in Milwaukee, which is got to be one of the 2 or 3 smallest markets in the NBA.
So doesn't he want to go somewhere? That's why I say, where does he want to live?
I think he wants to win.
Where does he want to live?
Well, that part I don't know.
While winning.
I don't know where he wants to live, but if I don't know, maybe sometimes I just put myself in these people's position. If I were him, I'd care a lot more about winning than I would care about what city I wind up.
I know Wendy threw out San Antonio, and I'm going to throw out another team. I just think it's interesting because they have all the assets in the world to give the return.
Are they across the river from us?
No, they're not.
Don't say it.
No, they're not. It's Oklahoma City.
Oh, my God.
It's Oklahoma City.
If you're ever going to get off that pile of picks, that's the way to do it.
I mean, they have all the picks in the world. They have assets playing alongside SGA. They can surround them with the right pieces, the size, the length. And I know they have a legitimate shot to win a championship. But you're talking about the modern day age Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, just built with speed, strength, and agility. That would be SGA and Giannis together.
That would be interesting.
Those are two.
Can I put the picture up just because we're talking about San Antonio? Do you have the picture, Cindy? This picture was posted the other day. Okay, I want you to really look closely at this in case you haven't seen it.
Why is Wemby on a box?
The two men on the left, that's Tim Duncan and then David Robinson. David Robinson is 7'1".
Looks like me next to Yao Ming when we got drafted.
Look how tall Wembanyama is. But Wendy, how tall is he actually?
Greedy, I'm going to tell you something. Everything we've happened in this week, this is what stopped me the most. First off, when he came into the NBA, he was 7'5". I was in France. I talked to the people. For some reason, he wanted to be listed at 7'3". He was 7'5" 2 years ago. Guys, he might be 7'6". Look at this guy.
He's growing.
Look at this guy. Look at that photo,
so
by the way.
young.
Iconic photo.
Greeny, what's the average? I wonder what the average length of players who are like 7'3", 7'4", 7'5".
That's the concern, is how long their careers are. Yeah. You hope that. Look, you hope
I want to go forever with him. Yes.
Why does Tim Duncan look like he's 6'3"?
He does.
Like this, Tim
like
Duncan.
He does. Like, would anyone look at that picture and say the guy on the left is one of the five?
Tyrese Halliburton right there.
That's crazy. Okay, coming up, it was Mr. Clutch in the clutch. The Brunson double bang sends the Knicks to the second round. We're all over a Motown masterpiece. Next.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save